Well, the most tragic thing about joint walk-ons is that we don't see another rousing rendition of Titanium by Sia, led by Stephen Bunting. He is a proper conductor. He has become one of the favourites in the world of darts. Finally got his hands on a TV major at the start of the year, winning the Masters against Michael van Gerwen. The last running of the Masters in that format, because we've got the World Masters coming up in January 2025. You're very much looking forward to that, Paul. But Stephen Bunting comes here as the number 2 seed in the tournament, despite not winning a Pro Tour this year. Another fantastically consistent year, and unfortunately for Stephen, he's ran out of steam 6 times when it's got to the final. But he is a player to be feared. He hits maximums for fun, and that's why he has become so strong. Very strong as he came over from the BDO. He did have a lull to the point where he was almost considering packing the sport in. Aren't we glad he stuck around? Mario Vandenbogaerde is potentially his first victim, although the Belgian, in his only outing in the Players' Championship Finals, had a pretty good tournament. On debut last year, he beat his countryman Mike de Decker, Matt Campbell, only losing out to Michael van Gerwen, who's won this tournament 7 times. No disgrace there. But it's an uphill task for Super Mario, who's got a very busy few days in front of him, because he's not qualified for the World Championship despite qualifying for this. So he's going to be on the road to Wigan at some point. And if it does go well for him, and he does reach Sunday, it's going to be a very busy 24 hours for the man from Belgium.
Absolutely right.
180!
Stephen would love to make short work of Mario, though. Just to give himself a bit of an early night into bed. But what I can
100.
now reveal is that Michael van Gerwen is getting an early night as well. He's been dispatched by Ian White by 6 legs to 1. The penultimate leg of that game saw Ian White hit 170 checkout, and Ian White's confidence has just gone through the roof of Minehead, and van Gerwen is gone.
And what that means is that for only the 2nd time since 2015, the final is not going to involve Van Gerwen. We know he's been dominant over the past decade across darts, but this tournament in particular seemed to belong to Van Gerwen. Not in 2024, it
84.
doesn't.
That's a lot of money off his ranking, and he's got a lot to defend come January the 3rd as well. My word. This tournament, this season, more unpredictable than the European
140.
weather.
We have had, clearly, a few travelling fans from Europe. We had the Barney Army in the last game against Chris Lamlin, and you may have seen on the walk-on that there was a Belgian flag, so people coming over from a very popular darting nation these days, looking to support Mario.
If you're Belgian, this is the boat to come on, because
97.
we saw Kim Huybrechts win this afternoon.
78.
Mike de Decker's coming up. Mario's playing now. I don't blame them. But if you like Bunting, you're going to want tops to be hit right now.
58. Mario required 24.
Well, could this be the start of another surprise result?
Game shown the first leg.
Good start for Mario.
Let me tell you something, Dan.
Second leg, it's Mario.
When this draw came
Game on.
about and Mario was up against Bunting, you would have had to be Bear Grylls to find someone who thought that Mario would beat Bunting in this tournament in round 1. But considering how things are going at the minute, people are looking at matches like
100.
this very differently now. Price out in round 1, Van Gerwen out, and a lot of other people out as well.
There is one statistic that backs up Mario's chances.
60.
His best ever recorded average came in the final Pro Tour this year. 106.73 against Jan van Veen. It's maybe a bit tenuous, but at least it shows that Mario has ended the year in decent fashion. In that awkward space of qualifying for this, but not the Worlds, what that tells you is that his Euro Tour form hasn't been there, and the reason for that, didn't play in any of them this year.
And that's the same
59.
for a lot of players. They are hard to get into if you're not in the seeded positions or indeed high up in the order of merit. They are very hard to even qualify for.
100.
He lost his tour card at the back end of 2023, despite it being a pretty good year for him. Obviously getting to this tournament, got to the Worlds, lost to Thibaut Tricol in round 1, won it straight back.
58.
And obviously accompanied with that was the announcement of the Euro Tour changes. He must have been one of those players that groaned when they heard that news.
More than likely. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
134.
I'm sure Stephen Bunting doesn't want it to change. The way he's playing, he's going to be seeded for a very long time to come. He's got a similar record to Raymond van Barneveld in this tournament.
43.
Barney is
Mary
now
require
13 wins and
84.
12 defeats in Players' Championship Finals history. Stephen is 12 wins and 10 losses.
.52. More than enough time for Mario to tee up double 16. Been a very good start, and it's equally been a poor start from Bunting.
96.
Not even averaging 80.
Mary required 32.
What is going on? Someone
shot on the
out
second
there
leg.
has got the
Mario
seeded players
Vandenbogaerde.
voodoo doll out.
Third leg, it's Stephen to throw first. Game on.
This is carnage, and it's only day 1. Go back a period of 10 years when Bunting made his debut in this tournament. He made his debut against Steve Beaton. And then he lost in the next round to Gary Anderson, who really was in vintage form in that match. But now, if he doesn't turn this on,
60.
Mario could worry him.
Yeah, Bunting's best effort in this tournament was the quarter-final. 2019 in particular, he averaged
97.
a ton in all of his games, or at least a ton.
He lost out to Gezi Price, who was on another planet back then. I think after the loss to Thibaut Tricol tonight, though, Gezi Price is very much back on earth.
180.
Don't forget about Mario and his history. Maybe not in this tournament, but he is a former BDO World Championship semi-finalist.
89.
Yes, that was nearly 5 years ago. He's a wily competitor, and he will never be rushed. And he's in this tournament for a reason.
140.
This is the
Stephen
skinniest
required
start I've ever seen him use as well.
135.
I just wonder if he's trying to get more 180s to keep up with the likes of Bunting. If this 1-2-1 goes
75. Mario required 121.
in, it will be a double break for the Belgian.
11-all treble. Just snuck in treble 11. He wants double 14.
102.
Pretty wild. Big chance for
Stephen
Bunting to
requires
register
60.
a leg. Who saw this coming? Even with the shocks, you would have backed Bunting.
Game
He
shot.
does get a leg on the board, and
Stephen
that will
Bunting.
settle him down. He needed that desperately.
Fourth leg, it's Mario to
I
throw
agree.
first. Game on.
Even with the 6 gram adding on to the barrels over the last year and a bit, I think the biggest acquisition in the storied career of Bunting to this age is the improvement
80.
in the mental department. I now see him as one of the most mentally strong players out there. And it just goes to show that if you are mentally frail in any
59.
way, that if you speak to the right people and get the right advice, you can toughen up and be so much better at what you do. It doesn't even have to be darts. It can be life in general. But Bunting now is as strong as ever.
95.
Even though we've mentioned that he's lost 6 Pro Tour
44.
finals and said he's run out of gas, he's clearly got a lot of stamina because he's one of those that has played in virtually everything this year.
One of my favourite things about this season is the climb of Bunting up the world rankings. And we were talking about this last night when we were conversing about the different intricacies of the games today. But Stephen started the year at 16th in the world. And that's where he got to when he made the semi-finals of the 2021 World Championship. Because that yielded 100,000 points. He has risen
99.
to number 8 in the world this year from 16th without winning a ranked event. That doesn't make sense. But when you look at how many finals he's made and how many big runs he's made, it tends to make a little bit more sense.
And if Stephen Bunting takes out 118, he wrestles the throwback, and this game starts to make a bit more sense.
And he's not going to go 18s first, I bet that.
Has to go across for treble 20. Would have left double 19.
58.
Had the option of 48 and ball, but felt there was enough room to find the treble 20. Vandenbogaerde to hold the throw. That's a lovely dart. Double 8. Very nicely done. It's plumb in the middle.
Vandenbogaerde. Fifth leg, it's Stephen to throw first.
Who would be a tipster right now in darts? It's almost an impossible job.
140.
We've seen the number 1 seed plummet out of the tournament. 6-1, admittedly, to a former match play champion and UK Open champion. The multiple-time players champion has gone 6-1 to Ian White.
100.
And it just proves, doesn't it? The 64th person to qualify for this tournament beat the number 1 seed by 5 legs. So why can't Mario beat the number 2 seed? There is no reason why he can't.
Not at all. He has beaten Bunting before. Played each other 5 times. Bunting has won the other 4, but Vandenbogaerde, Players' Championship 11 last year,
26.
averaged 100 against Bunting.
When he first got his tour card, for the first 6 months he was averaging over 95. Just wasn't picking up results.
49.
His first success at Q School, he accumulated so many points, he didn't need to play the final day. That's how consistent he was over that week.
87.
Kudos on the shirt, by the way. As far as Belgian coloured shirts are concerned, that's one of the best ones we've seen.
138.
That is seriously impressive from Bunting. My word. Using the board to its full degree. Should we even mention who his practice partner is going to be for the Worlds?
None other than Luke Humphreys.
60.
They don't live too far away from each other, with Humphreys based in Crewe, Bunting on Merseyside.
Game shot the fifth leg. Stephen Bunting.
Who's to say it? Who's to say they won't play each other in the final?
To throw first. Game on.
Love to be a fly on the wall for those practice sessions. And Gary Anderson and Ryan Searles, if we're going to mention unbelievable practice partners. Michael Smith and Nathan Aspinall, I bet they throw some pretty wild numbers.
77.
Did you ever have a favoured practice partner?
Dave Chisnell, by a mile. Practicing with Dave was a real privilege. He would work you so hard.
57.
Practicing with Painter, the former Players Champion. That was always quite intense. And Josh Payne as well. Spent a lot of time with Josh. Always really good to get some reps in with him. But it was different with Chisnell.
140.
You just had to be better.
If you had to approximate, what percentage of games did you win against him?
Against Chisnell? Not many. How impressive was that? On a pinhead. And Bunting is starting to churn a little bit here. Almost showing the same qualities that we saw from Danny Noppert, inching his way into the game. And he might just have his best towards the end.
I am always amazed at the position that Stephen Bunting occupies on the hockey.
Mary require 144.
He's thrown from a good few inches further back because he's so far to the side.
I do have a theory about that, by the way. As the crowd are trying to go Bunting mental. This would send them Bunting mental. Yes, let's.
118. Mary required 40.
Well, Bunting wanted to deliver for his adoring fans. Mario's going to shut them up here if he pins this. Double 10.
Game shot on the sixth leg. Mario Vandenbogaerde. Seventh leg is
Chorus
Stephen
of
to
only
throw
one
first.
Stephen
Game
Bunting
on.
died out pretty quick.
We're very glad there's only one Stephen Bunting because he's the only one we want.
125.
That was a wonderful last start from Mario. Sometimes he does have a bit of a jerky follow through, but it is a wonderful technical throw.
140.
And he's in the box seat here. He's got Bunting a little bit worried.
The averages have pretty much leveled out, both at 96. Mario's just gone up to 97.
I hate to bring this up, by the way, but I might have to right now because if he loses, we won't have a chance this weekend. I think over the next 6 weeks, Stephen's got an excellent chance of a return to the Premier League.
27.
I really do think that. I've thought that for a good couple of months.
Well, he ticks all the boxes. He has won a stage title. He's incredibly popular with the fans. He plays at a good pace. He throws loads of maximums.
96.
He's got his own quirk in terms of his walk-on. Good luck to the Premier League selectors, by the way. And we say that without knowing the result of this or the Worlds.
Absolutely.
140.
It's the most open Premier League selection has ever been since the very start. And it could be even more chaotic come the end of this event, at the end of the week. That 72 is such a huge shot. What does Mario do here? Switching to the 19s as the player. Very wise and very brilliant.
Stephen requires 72.
Double 6. That's his favoured route on 72.
66.
Doesn't do him any favours, though.
Mario requires 62.
Mario Vandenbogaerde could break the throw and then have the darts potentially for a 6-2 win against the number 2 seed and one of the form horses of 2024. Make it make sense.
He has to make it first. And make it, he does. It's right in the middle. Red's bar is in shock right now. A lot of them thought Bunting would roll Mario, and right now, Mario is possibly going to the next level of the game.
Well, the normality at the moment is coming from the main stage. Luke Littler has just gone 2-0 up on Rob Cross. But that's not a game where you'd say Cross is a huge underdog.
No. 2 top 10 players against each other in the first round of this tournament.
60.
But Luke's only been a top 10 player for a matter of days. Rob's been in the top 10 for 6 years. Nearly 7.
Yeah, he began his World Championship victory campaign as number 20, and he's never looked back. He could have dropped way down towards the bottom end of the 32 had he not won his second European Championship. And since then, he's just always there or thereabouts.
100.
Who would be one of the top seeds in this tournament? If Bunting goes out, the highest
60.
seed left would be Damon Heta, who took out Mervyn King in the first game of the night on this stage.
$95.
Winner of this game takes on Connor Scott. He hasn't even got a tour card yet. Daryl Gurney is in this section with Michael Smith and Nick Kenny. We'll get onto that in due course.
140.
I'll just make the point. Connor Scott and Wesley Plowsy are through to round 2. Do we dare think that a non-tour card holder could win this tournament?
Why not?
134.
This is to win this
Mario
match.
Mackay, 158.
Maybe 158 was too big an ask. However, Bunting has got to be note perfect. Should switch to the 18s.
98.
That's fine.
Stephen
New
Mackay,
single to double.
112.
What are you made of, Stephen?
He's looking at 42 bull. No, he decides to go for the 60.
52.
And it's match point
Mario
Mario
requires 60.
to cause another shock on stage here at Red's Bar at Minehead.
Game,
The
shot,
shots keep
and
on
match.
coming.